This is the warning. The United States stands one day away from what Donald Trump has termed Liberation Day. Liberation from what exactly? Apparently, it is to be prosperity. The American economy is crashing. It was booming, so it has a long way to fall. But Trump's actions, which we are on the edge of, will spread misery, will spread poverty, and will destroy millions of small businesses, livelihoods. They will be wiped out under a dogma of idiocy and incoherence. Nothing that is happening is driven by any other event beyond Donald Trump's decision-making. And in this moment, there is not a lot that Democrats can do. What they can do is prepare to take advantage of this situation and of this moment and of the coming pain by making sure that every Republican out there is on the record at the beginning with their quotes clearly cheerleading Trump's decisions. Let them be asked on a week-by-week basis about the progress to making America great again as the stock market crashes, as inflation rises, as prices go up, as small businesses close, as wage earners lose their jobs or are forced into a second job, or for many, a third job, or a fourth job. While all of this misery is being spread, benefits are being cut. Social Security checks sometime in the next 90 days will cease because of the damage done to the system by Elon Musk and Doge, who the Democratic Senate, 90 plus days in, has no effective strategy to deal with because they are led by the appeaser Chuck Schumer. Now, a capable political party led by capable leaders would be able to explain to the American people what's happening in plain, simple English. The American people are about to be hit with the biggest tax increase in American history. Donald Trump has just waved his magic wand and made the cost of everything go up. Don't take my word for it. Look at these headlines from all around the country. Look at what they're saying on the Fox Business Channel.
Turn back to President Trump's remarkable volume of executive orders. He is aiming to put his transformational stamp on so many key areas of American life: the economy, trade, foreign policy, the military, energy, culture, the border, and crime.
Larry Kudlow is a sycophant with few equals, but he knows. And Trump is not surrounded by people who want him to succeed in the conventional sense. They want him to be happy moment to moment. And that means for Donald, never, and I mean never, hearing the word no. So Donald Trump is treated by these people like a cross between a toddler and a king. He never hears no, and they indulge his incoherence. They play along this idea that nobody truly knows what Donald Trump will do or won't do until he does it in the last second, no matter how preposterous the action may be or how incoherent it may be. If it's really incoherent, that's just evidence that he's a great deal maker. And so all of the price for all of the bullshit has come due. Donald Trump has uttered very few coherent sentences in 10 years. Now, that incoherence is constantly interpreted. It's explained by people like Mackie Haberman, who go on CNN and they will say, no, Donald didn't really mean it. They'll explain that he's surrounded by people who are concerned. They'll take care of it. It's always been nonsense. A very bad man has been elected president of the United States. And he was able to do it because he rode a wave of cowardice, of selfishness, of greed, powered by the cynicism of so many sycophants around him who rode his back to power they could never have dreamed of from their fringe corners. But Donald Trump has lifted a caste of weirdos and outsiders to the pinnacle of world power. And there will be catastrophe for real people. The catastrophe is going to hit people differently in different ways at different times. But it's like a tide rising from the banks of a swollen river. And this flood will not be contained. It's coming for every American who will be left poorer, with less chances for opportunity, with less of a shot at fulfilling their dreams. The world is about to get smaller for tens and tens of millions of American families. Chances that came from hard work are going to dry up. All of this is driven by delusion, by fantasy, by moral cowardice and weakness. And it is sick to see, but we are seeing it. And that cannot be denied. Now, yesterday, the 27-year-old White House press secretary, a liar, a malice, venomous child liar with the gleam of a zealot in her eye, married to a 61-year-old MAGA real estate developer, has decreed that there are sinister and wicked demonic forces opposing Donald Trump, that she is engaged in a form of spiritual warfare, and that before she goes out and lies on a daily basis, she told David Brody of the Christian Broadcasting Network, founded by a man who said that hurricanes were caused by gay people, that she prays to deliver the good news, the word of Trump. And good news for all of you good people out there. In this Easter season, you can purchase for $1,000 a special blessing from the White House faith advisor herself, the person that Karoline Leavitt, child warrior, goes to for spiritual guidance in her war against all of the demons around America. Yes, of course, I'm talking about Pastor Paula, that tip of the spear of good and godly intentions. Pastor Paula, if you forgot, well, let me just turn it over to Pastor Paula.
I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done.
And remember, before you send her $1,000, your taxes, they're going up, way up. The name for it is a tariff. And what it's going to bring you is misery. But there's always Pastor Paula to pray for you and America. This is The Warning. I'm Steve Schmidt. This is The Warning. I invite you to join this community where I promise to be honest, blunt, and direct about what is happening in this country. America is in crisis. Follow and subscribe to this channel and on Substack